jouer. Oh les amis, j'ai trop hâte. Ça fait si longtemps.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything, even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Ok, c'est parti. Du coup, pour récapépète, pour les personnes qui n'ont pas eu le temps de regarder les VOD sur ma chaîne YouTube, dernière nouvelle, on avait fait plein d'énigmes pour essayer de retrouver notre mère. Sur la fin, on s'était retrouvés dans un labyrinthe qui illustrait un peu le mythe d'Ariane et de Thésée qui terrasse un minotaure. Et on a réussi à tomber dans l'endroit là qui vient de passer dans le petit scénario là. Et on a retrouvé notre mère en fait. Il y a un cadavre par terre, on s'est avancé. Et d'un coup, il y a quelqu'un qui pointe son gun vers notre tête. Et c'était bien la daronne. Du coup, let's go. Ça commence bien. Alors, qu'est-ce que je peux mettre psychologie, étiquette, sciences, politique, manipulation, interrogation. Et celui-là, on peut pas encore parce qu'on a pas assez de papier. Moi, j'irai... Attends, je regarde un peu ce que j'ai. Ah là, ici. Moi j'irais bien là-dedans parce que ça sert toujours. Peut-être en sciences aussi. Et why not en psychologie. C'est parti. Je passe en l'heure que j'ai du monde ce soir, faut que je me fasse belle. Ça marche. Bon, préparage. Ok, du coup c'est ça. On est à l'entrée de la crypte. Quoi, j'ai pas récupéré mon énergie, mais ça va être la mort là. Faut que je fasse attention à ma consommation d'énergie là. J'en utilise trop en pensant que je vais vite recover.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around. Oh my God, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother...
Who are you?
It's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Wow. Ah.
Remember Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Where's the book, Mother?
So that's what you want. Well, you
Oh,
will
j'ai
never
fait une
find
connerie.
it. Emily died for that.
Oh, j'ai fait une connerie.
You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
Ok, faut y aller vers les sentiments, faut plutôt aller côté maman.
Really, Mother? It's me, Louis.
Oh, j'ai fait une
Don't
connerie.
speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are. What was the saying I taught you?
Oh, j'ai oublié, c'était dans le premier
Since I was 3
épisode.
years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it?
Mais je l'ai oublié,
Always
moi.
keep your mind rational.
And open.
and open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up.
J'aime bien la dernière option, c'était bon bah
Whose
ouvert.
place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Oh, j'oublie tout le temps. Von. C'est quoi Sandro? Von. Bolchette, Botcher, Morcher, Bolcher. Est-ce que c'est. Borchette? Est-ce que j'ai mon carnet? Est-ce que je l'ai écrit dedans? Le carnet là où j'écris tout. Normalement je l'ai écrit, je suis pas sûre mais... Heureusement qu'il n'y a pas le temps... Enfin que j'ai le temps pardon pour répondre parce que... Alors j'ai Von Völner, c'est pas lui. Von... Borchert.
I just told you can't trick me. His name was von Borchert.
God, everything
Non
is
germanique.
false, then. I refuse to believe it's really you, Louis. Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
J'ai mis tous
Mother,
les stickers qui sont tombés.
I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. I'm here for you and...
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Don't believe it. I thought I'd meet him the moment I arrived, given the situation. But not at all. He didn't even bother to meet me in person.
I imagine that Elizabeth was still here. Very well. Rational and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Le meurtre d'Elisabeth, retrouver ma mère avec une main en moins. Le bureau caché de Mortimer et avoir des visions. C'est vrai que j'ai des visions. Hein.
Like me having visions, for example?
I knew it! It started! Oh,
Hell,
Louis,
she's
I just
panicking.
wish I...
Yes, it's happened to me. Like when I was a boy. I find myself in someone else's body for the space of a dream.
Have you ever dreamed of a different place to the one
No,
where you were
j'ai fait
sleeping
que-
without being able to explain it?
No.
But Mother, don't worry. I'm not losing my mind. Everything is fine. You used to give me a concoction to calm me down when I was little. So, just make some for me once we get back home.
Migraines? Loss of consciousness? Loss of control?
No, rest assured. All is well. I promise you.
J'ai
What
fait de la
else?
merde. Le meurtre d'Elisabeth? Oh, j'ai peur de faire une connerie!
Does the savage murder of the secret daughter of President Washington's good friend count as being strange?
What? So Elizabeth is dead?
Oh!
Stabbed several times. Don't you think it's time you told me what's happened to you?
No, not now. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood?
Right. I'll do what you ask of me. But calm down, please, Mother.
Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den.
Oh, zut.
Mortimer, Holm, their guests, watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else?
J'avoue.
On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis,
J'avoue.
they shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
My God.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they
Bah,
may
c'est ce qu'on a
be.
vu dans la scène de
Through high
Mortimer au
society
final.
banquets, they modeled the future of us all, and it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going.
Ça me bute. On dirait vraiment moi comment je parle aussi avec ma
One more
daronne. Oui,
thing,
c'est bon, maman,
Mother.
j'y vais.
Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
Ah bon. Ouais, elle me fait peur, hein. Bon, c'est parti. Je peux sortir par où? Je peux sortir par ici. Absolument pas. Non mais au secours. Quoi? Je suis où là? Ah c'est bon, j'ai trouvé la sortie. Voir dans le menu. J'ai débloqué un nouveau bouquin. Et c'est sur quoi? Linguistique, ok. Est-ce qu'on peut rentrer par là? Oui. Oh. Franchement, ce jeu, rien que pour son esthétisme, genre regardez, juste regardez. J'ai exactement eu les mêmes feels quand j'étais au Louvre, genre en termes d'architecture, les tableaux, etc. En fait, le sentiment de se sentir si petite, c'est... Je trouve que c'est grisant. C'est où déjà?
Mr. Dorichet, you are expected at the conference. Please take the door to your left to join the guests.
C'est celle-ci? Oh. Hop. C'est parti. Wow. Ça fait grave penser au dieu, vous savez, à l'Olympe. Ça fait grave Olympe en fait.
I have suspected it.
Le gars, il avait la même pose que moi. Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Je papote un peu avec les gens avant.
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. We still have A very important lesson.
Il est trop creepy.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Ah. Et je voulais parler aux autres avant, en fait.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him. I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back.
Oh.
What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. Siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice.
J'ai bien fait de lui parler.
Don't respond to his call, sir.
Je répondrai pas à son appel alors.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of
Ah,
water.
j'ai pas le choix. Oh, zut.
I have already told her so once, by your desire.
De quoi vous parlez?
Good
vous
evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him.
Je termine de papoter avec les gens avant d'y aller. Et je crois que j'ai vu un truc briller là. Ah, ici. Ah. C'était plein.
Golden elixir.
Golden Elixir. Est-ce qu'ils ont pas aussi du miel? Ah. Pas du tout. Pas de malt. Poussez-vous. Bon ben. Je crois que j'ai... Ah. Non, c'est juste le vase. Et là derrière j'avais pas vu s'il y avait autre chose.
Amber crystals.
Amber Crystals. Et voilà, je crois que j'ai fait le tour. On peut y aller. Bonsoir.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say.
C'est par rapport à quoi?
And should you need any advice, don't worry, you are not alone, Louis.
Very well. In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way.
Il y a 2 maîtres
There
de
are two
cérémonie.
masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly.
Okay.
We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote.
Ah,
If the
va
project
peut-être
is
falloir que
not
je convainc
agreed
des
on
gens.
by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's
Okay.
up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
Existez-vous depuis longtemps?
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Et c'était qui avant lui?
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well,
Ah,
take the French
la
Revolution.
Révolution française.
It was
c'est
decided
sûr.
right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Ah.
Louis, let me keep you a moment.
Ah.
I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
What? Oh, je m'attache juste les cheveux parce que j'ai chaud de ouf.
But
Quel rapport?
how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother. We began thinking about a crazy idea. Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Ça marchera pas comme ça. Attendez, je vais juste regarder. Attends, c'est où déjà? Ah, voilà. Personnage. Non, c'est pas ça. Ici. Nous, on cherche. Mortimer. Il est immunisé en science. Du coup, je peux pas utiliser la science contre lui. Ça, c'est quoi? C'est interrogatoire et politique.
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign.
Et la Louisiana,
is
elle est jamais
perfectly
devenue
aware of
américaine dans notre
President
histoire, non?
Washington's appetite.
Attendez.
If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American
Si, c'est
continent.
américain.
Things must take place in several
Ah, j'ai
stages.
confondu.
Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs
Les pattes du
visionaries
héros au visage.
like you.
T'as vu celle de Bonaparte ou pas?
It's
C'est
a
encore
pity
pire.
Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We will have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Plastic, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
Oh non!
My
C'est
friends,
c'est
I
le
propose we
dilemme.
get started.
Est-ce qu'il faut croire en la mère Ou est-ce qu'il faut croire en le père en le père, c'est pas du tout le père en plus, en Mortimer. Je vais faire la même. Si tu fais ça, je viendrai dans ton sommeil te les couper.
The honor is ours, my lord. As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Among us.
Welcome, Monsieur. I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Moucher Godoy. Quoi Godoy?
Thank you all. I am honored to be among you today. I will strive to represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin.
We may begin.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the East Coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians.
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
Mais c'est pas des sauvages.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Oh, fuck
Senor,
you!
I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject.
Oui, c'est très complexe. Pour l'avoir étudié en licence, c'est très complexe, ouais. Non, mais c'est une blague! Non, mais c'est une blague! Étiquette fumier! Est-ce que je le fais ou pas? Rentre-lui dedans. Je sais pas quoi choisir. J'ai grave envie d'utiliser ça.
It obviously doesn't stop you from sleeping at night.
Not in the least. Do not imagine I have anything against the American Indians or the blacks.
Merde, il est immunisé. Ah, par contre, j'ai découvert son immunité à l'étiquette.
Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
Man, it might as well be the likes of you who rule. Is that right?
But of course.
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to
Ces
them
primitifs
in
n'ont
order
pas
to save them.
d'âme.
You'll see. Colonization brings with it many
Oh, j'ai envie de gaslight le truc là. Je suis
Excuse me,
contre.
If you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel,
Oh my god.
I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Ça vous protégerait des Américains, ça vous protégerait des Anglais. Quoi? J'ai rien compris. Attends. Pourquoi il y en a un qui coûte plus cher que l'autre? J'ai peur de faire une connerie et de dire un truc après qui montre qu'en fait je comprends rien du tout. Mais c'est le cas, hein, je comprends rien. Hein. Bleu, bleu, bleu. On fait quoi? On se tait? I don't know. J'ai peur que Elisabeth, en fait, elle s'énerve après contre nous si on met que ça les protégerait des Anglais. Let me think. J'arrive pas à réfléchir, j'ai trop chaud. Ah. Je suis trop nulle en histoire. Ok, je vais faire un truc. Mon choix est complètement random, hein. Mais c'est juste que ça, se taire, je pense pas que ça... En fait, ça va juste me passer pour quelqu'un de ridicule qui comprend rien. Ça, je sais pas. Mais ça coûte plus de points que ça. Du coup, je vais partir sur ce qui coûte le moins cher,
Dear
ok?
neighbors, Duke Manuel, remember, your main rival in Europe is more likely to be England.
Il est
who
aussi
is
immunisé
plowing
contre
the
ça.
seas right up your coastline. Hand over Louisiana to France
Non mais
and
c'est
make
bon
her a
là.
prime ally.
Come, Louis. Spain and Great Britain are already allies and have nothing to gain by breaking their alliance.
Even if I do agree, Duchess, the omnipresence of the English fleet in Atlantic waters does not particularly please me.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington
Il est
isn't
pas au
aware of
courant.
Oliver's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Ah oui, le gars il est giga pour l'église. Du coup, je pense que vaut mieux partir sur ça. Oh, ça coûte des points.
Your
et
Eminence,
tout.
have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival?
Mais je me trompe sur
If
tout ou
France
quoi?
was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory.
Looks
like we won't be
tranquille.
just making friends here.
In any case, my
Tranquille.
lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Akzeptieren.
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Au
Duchess,
capoté.
I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
Attends, ça veut dire qu'Emilie, elle
That's
comprend
enough,
l'allemand
William.
aussi?
These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo.
Oh,
Lower
what?
the volume and let Sir Gregory finish.
Ah, ça insulte comme ça.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner?
Les trois.
Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare you?
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me.
Ah. Ah, y a tout ça qui est opposé au projet?
Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Allez, je
Come,
viens.
Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Moi, je veux pas rester avec les racistes. Oh. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait, les amis? On reste, on part. Moi, j'ai trop envie de partir, franchement.
At the risk
Ok, je
of
pars.
displeasing you, my lord, I'd rather follow Sir Gregory.
Oui.
I don't think this is a place for the order.
Louis? No.
Let him go, Mr. President. Everyone is free to choose.
How can he be so blind? If he keeps this up, he'll lead our countries to their destruction.
Don't worry, we shall counter him, Sir Gregory.
We have to act
Gregory.
immediately.
Calm down, Gregory. We only have to vote against his project, and that's it.
They haven't got a chance. Just one vote will suffice.
True, there is no chance of a unanimous vote, and he knows it. He must be preparing something else. What is he plotting?
I know about his plan.
What did you just say?
His aim is for the United States to take the whole of the North American continent.
But that is impossible!
A democratic superpower? I don't understand. That has nothing to do with the coming vote.
You will ask for France to take over Louisiana, and then hand it over to the United States, and so double the size of their territory.
Once that's done, he will just need to push a bit more, and you will lose North America, Duke Manuel.
God's blood! Has he gone mad?
No, Johann. He has always been mad.
Est-ce que je suis en train de changer le cours de l'histoire sans faire exprès?
I would like to thank you for what you've just revealed. If not for you, I don't know if we'd have been capable of deciphering his plans quickly enough to be able to counter him.
What are we going to do now that we know about it?
Destroy him.
No! We'll beat him at his own game, my friends. His plan begins with Louisiana, which is still yours, Duke Manuel.
Ouais.
He will begin with you. Expect to receive an envoy, French most probably. He will try to convince you by every possible means. Whatever he says, whatever he promises, you have just one response. It's war. If war is what you want, war is what you'll get. And on your own territory, in your homes. Enough games. Spain will join the coalition against France and declare war. You too, Duchess Hillsborough. You will speak to the Queen so that Great Britain commits to going to war with France. What do you expect from the Papal States, Sir Gregory? What do you think? That they hold a mass? They will go to war, of course. What is it that you didn't understand in what I just told you? We all declare war on France. Militarily, politically, and financially.
And me, Sir Gregory? How can I help?
Louis, you have won my trust. The Order will have to act in France, but even before that, I'm going to need you. Right here and right now. Leave me now. I have to prepare for tomorrow. Let's meet early tomorrow morning for the next phase of the conference, which promises to be most exciting. Louis, I'd like to see you a moment, please. Thank you for signing with me today. I won't forget it. I'm going to need you.
On a gagné sa confiance.
Help me counter Mortimer on his own ground. Right here. I'm sure he'll try and win some of you over. He needs our votes. Now, you leave that to me. In the meantime, I must ask you to go and see President Washington and persuade him to trust me and join us.
I'll do my best.
You should go right away. There's no time to lose. William already has a head start on us.
Very well. I'll go right away.
Ok.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh, j'ai tout qui est plein.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Il y a d'autres trucs que je peux ramasser. Bon ben... Ah, je comprends maintenant pourquoi la porte elle était tout le temps fermée derrière, c'est parce que... C'est parce que c'était la salle pour le colloque... La coloc... Le colloque? Mais j'ai vraiment besoin de Golden Elixir là, c'est la hesse. J'ai plus grand chose là. On va où là? J'aimerais bien un peu, avant d'aller chez Washington... C'est la maison, c'est la pièce de qui ça? Avant d'aller dans la pièce de Washington, j'aimerais bien...
Monsieur Johann von Wulner.
fouiller.
The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone. Pure alchemy is a thought, an art that is performed on the matter of the soul. Great alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work.
Okay.
There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment.
On dit qu'un tas pour revenir à la conversion spirituelle ultime.
Very metaphorical as occult theories go. The human spirit being the prima materia
c'est une
of the
énigme.
alchemist.
Mais aucune idée. Attends. Ok. Bah, il y a un truc bleu mais j'arrive pas à y aller.
The signs of the zodiac. The signs of the zodiac.
Et en haut là. Bon. Oh.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code.
Oh.
Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Hippo.
Golden elixir.
J'ai même pas assez pour prendre son élixir. Oh, de la gelée royale. Ah, let's go. Oh, punaise. Je fouille un peu, hein, je me permets. Hein.
Amber crystals.
J'aime bien le décor, franchement. Cher Johan, je me réjouis de votre venue. Je n'ai pas douté un seul instant que vous acceptiez cette invitation, malgré les risques encourus que nous connaissions bien. Si nous avons traversé ensemble déjà bien des embûches, je ne vous cache pas mon appréhension cette fois-ci. Tous les enjeux d'aujourd'hui sont importants, mais vous allez voir, Johan est un atout... Mais vous avoir, Johan est un atout inestimable. Maintenez vos efforts, j'en serai que plus fier et satisfait. Dans l'attente de vous revoir, Grégory H.
A bazant.
C'est sous collection. Bon bah voilà. On to the next room. Attendez, je vais chercher sur la map. Je suis où là? Adams, Washington, Hillsborough. Je vais faire le tour. Je vais faire le tour avant. Du coup, je vais faire le tour pour pas aller tout de suite chez Washington. Je vais chercher à fond de l'élixir de. Pardon, de la gelée royale parce que je. J'ai vu ça briller. Je suis en dèche d'énergie là. Oh, c'est quoi ça? Pourquoi il y a des fruits par terre?
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door is ajar.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? What? Pourquoi c'est tout cassé? Mais qu'est-ce qui lui arrive? Il a des anger issues?
Dear Monsieur Peru. All right, I've retrieved everything.
Ah mais ça j'avais déjà lu. Pourquoi c'est en deux... en bleu. Bah... Mais il est même pas là? Pourquoi c'est encore bleu?
Dear Monsieur Peru. All right, I've retrieved everything.
Est-ce qu'on peut passer sur la terrasse? Oh! Il est dehors? J'ai trop peur.
Leave me, Déroulent. I don't feel like talking.
Je crois que ça va que le provoquer si on dit ça, non? Et j'ai pas envie de partir, j'ai envie de savoir ce qui lui arrive. Est-ce qu'on est awkward et on bouge pas? On reste comme un piqué, on le regarde? J'ai grave envie.
Are you gonna keep sticking to me like glue?
Oui.
Hell's bells, I don't deserve this. There's nothing you can do for me.
Mais qu'est-ce que
What's going
t'as?
on? Maybe I can help.
Mais
Not
oui.
anymore, you can't. Not against him.
Him
But
qui?
thanks for the offer.
Who are you talking about?
You know very well.
Lord Mortimer?
Ouais.
You talk as if you were in danger, monsieur. Has
Mais
he
ouais.
threatened you in any way?
I'm done for, Monsieur Déroulent. I played with the devil, and I lost.
Attendez. Journal. C'est qui lui déjà, Pérou? Vulnérable contre la psychologie, je peux utiliser.
Don't you think it would be good for you to shed your burden?
That is my intention.
Oh!
You're worried. You have a secret. You're afraid of talking about it.
Peur. Peur. Bah, peur pour la personne à qui il s'adressait dans sa lettre, non? L'homme ou la femme. En fait, il y avait une lettre. Dans le dernier chapitre, on avait un peu inspecté sa chambre et Pérou écrivait une lettre à un homme ou une femme qui l'aime, en fait. Est-ce que ce serait pour cette personne-là?
You're protecting someone who's dear to you. And apparently, you're prepared to die for that person.
Twice over.
Are you afraid for your daughter?
What are you? Be careful, Déroulent. Be very careful what you're about to say if you don't want to go flying off the balcony! What do you know about her?
Nothing apart from the fact that you love her and you're saying goodbye to her. I read your letter on your desk.
Oui, c'est ça, c'est ça.
I ought to get rid of you.
Perhaps I can help you.
The hero syndrome. You always think you can fix things. She will be safer far away from me. That's it. What's more, no one must find out where or who she is. Is that clear?
Sa fille.
Perfectly. But why say goodbye to her? She must still need you.
The only thing she needs is for him never to find her.
Oh,
Time is
ça doit
short,
faire
Louis.
mal.
Follow my advice. Find your mother if she's still alive, and get out of here. Flee this damned island of doom.
Are we in danger?
You've been in danger since the minute you set foot on this rock. He wants you. He's sizing you up. He is circling around you. It's blindingly obvious, and you, flattered as you are, will soon be running around for him just to keep your place among his precious few.
Non, non, non. On va pas se laisser
so
faire.
good to be accepted by him. You will experience power, wealth, glory. He will give it all to you until one day you will feel so eaten up inside that you will no longer know who you are. You will find yourself void of all conscience, of all freedom, and can no longer look at yourself in the mirror without feeling sick.
Refuse, I tell you. From now on, say no. No!
You're a good man, Louis. You look after yourself. As for me, I shall take back my freedom tomorrow morning. I'm through with it all.
There you go. Back in the saddle. I'm glad to hear it.
Come on. It's late. I'd like to get some rest.
Very well. I'll
Au
leave
revoir,
you then.
Pérou.
See you tomorrow, monsieur.
Putain, pour quelqu'un qui... Pour quelqu'un qui voulait pas parler, il nous a tout lâché là, non? Est-ce que tu as de la gelée royale, Pérou? Non. Ah, il y a un truc ici. Oh, c'est de l'élixir d'or, j'en ai déjà plein. Ça, je l'ai déjà lu.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
C'est clair.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room.
Nice decor.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
Ok, on y go? Oh. Alors. On est venu d'où? On est venu d'ici. Attends, j'ai fait un 360. Et c'est la chambre de qui? J'ai pas vu. Ah, Bonjour.
The Beaucaire dinner. It hasn't been signed yet, but there's a letter with it.
Oh! Mon cher Bonaparte, comme promis, voici les quelques pages que je vous recommande de parvenir à faire publier d'ici quelques mois. Tous deux savons que c'est bien uniquement par manque de temps que vous n'avez pas pu coucher ces lignes par vous-même. Ces idées sont bien les vôtres à présent. Ne vous sentez pas redevable. Votre réussite suffira bien pour le bien de tous.
So, Bonaparte is going to publish a book that he didn't write. That crafty little rascal.
The crafty little rascal.
It isn't signed. That's some quality paper. And that handwriting, I'd say it's Mortimer's.
Quoi? Attendez. Du coup, je vais le noter parce que je sens que je vais l'oublier. Mortimer a écrit un bouquin pour que Bonaparte le publie en son nom. Ok. Il y a d'autres trucs que je peux récup. Tout ça j'ai déjà lu, tout ça j'ai déjà vu. Oh, je peux fouiller, nice.
Water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Oh ouais, mais j'ai déjà vu tout ça, moi. Bon. C'est bon. On y va. Attends, on vient d'où? Ouais, on venait de là. Il y a des trucs ici que je peux ramasser. Oh! Oh! Ah! Une autre pièce. Ok, ok. Bon, ça c'est les escaliers. Ça c'est la chambre de...
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ah, c'est fermé. On continue notre petit tour.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Godoy. C'est ouvert. On va chez Godoy. Hop.
Prometheus. Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Okay.
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim.
Nice!
I have to think about that one.
Gelée royale. Alors.
Mary Louise of Parma.
Bourbon de Parme.
How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke.
Ouais, j'avoue.
It looks like someone's hidden something on the back of this painting. It's a letter. Of course, it's written in Spanish.
Espagnol.
And it reeks of lavender.
Lavande.
Well, well, Monsieur Godoy. You seem very interested in hiding
Il communique avec la princesse ou la reine d'Espagne. Oh, je peux pas traduire. Oh, enfin, je peux, mais ça coûte un peu cher. Ah. Mais je veux savoir ce que ça se dit. Merde, attends.
So,
Je suis curieuse, hein, c'est du gossip. Ah, ma tendre Pépita, je suis contrie d'être si loin de toi à nouveau, même pour le bien de mon pays. Je souffre d'avoir dû partir pour cette dispute inutile, car tu es la seule que j'aime, Josepha. Ah, Pépita, c'est un surnom. À jamais, je te l'ai dit, tout ce que j'ai, tout ce que je pourrais t'offrir, je ne le dois qu'à l'affection de la reine. Soyons unis, je t'en prie, même dans le sacrifice pour nous, nos enfants à venir. Cesse d'être jalouse, toi seul occupe mes pensées, le reste n'est que du théâtre, je te le jure.
The queen isn't the only one enjoying the Lord Duke's favors. If the queen found out, it would cost him dearly. I'll keep it with me. You never know.
What? Ok. De l'eau de mélisse, j'en ai déjà trop. Occulte de l'air. Oh, j'ai débloqué une clé occulte de l'air.
Manuel Godoy, a painting of himself in his room.
C'est lui?
Now that's not going to help him develop a sense of modesty.
Ben j'avoue, l'ego du type. Bah alors. Je suis pas encore allée dans la chambre.
Brutus and his companions taking an
Il y a un
oath
téton,
to
je vais me
kill
faire strike.
Caesar. Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything to.
Voilà. Ah, il y a un truc. Noblesse de l'épée, c'est un bouquin?
Maria Louisa of Parma. Although not Godoy's true love, the queen is his benefactress according to some people. A fragment of amber.
Oh! Mais il y a que de l'élixir d'or là, ça suffit, j'en ai pas besoin pour le moment. Ok, alors... Bah je crois qu'on a tout fait, non? C'est quoi ce truc? Ah, c'est pour pas avoir chaud? Bon, ça j'ai déjà pris. Ah, ok. Je suis bloquée. C'est bon, on a tout fait? Je pense qu'on a tout fait, hein, on peut y aller. Hein. Là, on est où? On est ici, Godoy, on a fait... Ah, bah ça, c'était ma propre chambre. On n'y est pas encore allé. Hillsborough. Je réfléchis en fait. C'était dans la chambre de Pérou ou de Volner qui avait la clé? Je sais plus. En fait, je cherche de... Je cherche de... Je vais continuer, je vais tracer. Je cherche à ouvrir en fait des grâce aux clés des petites boîtes qui contiendraient peut-être du miel, de la gelée royale parce que en fait je dis depuis avant du miel mais c'est même pas du miel, c'est de la gelée royale. Pour l'énergie parce que en fait je suis à sec, là j'en ai que 3 en stock et ça va pas me suffire si à chaque fois je dois débloquer des trucs à 4 d'énergie. Est-ce que c'était là? Merde, j'ai raté la porte. Est-ce que c'était chez lui ou pas? Je sais plus.
A chest locked with a
Ah non, c'était un
four-letter
code.
code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Mais comment on peut savoir ça aussi? Ah d'ailleurs... Ah, mais en fait, depuis avant je rentre dans les chambres mais je suis encore jamais allée sur les balcons. J'y pense pas forcément.
Honey.
Ah voilà. C'est ça qu'il faut que je fasse. Faut que j'aille sur les balcons. Ça fait entrer dans l'autre truc. Ça permet... Oh zut. Ah. On est où là? C'est quoi? Ouais, mais j'ai plus.
Amber crystals.
Yes. Talent débloqué. Voir dans menu. J'ai pas compris. Qu'est-ce que j'ai débloqué? C'est ça? Augmente votre jauge de points d'effort de 1. Oh! Wouah! Regardez, j'ai tout plein de points d'effort maintenant. Oui, mais si j'ai toujours pas d'énergie, comment je fais? C'est bien gentil, mais comment je fais? Ah, je suis venue d'où déjà? Attends, j'ai débloqué quoi du coup? Enfin, j'ai quoi? J'ai une clé de l'air. J'ai du feu, j'ai de la terre. Feu, terre, air, il m'en manque un. Ah, c'est compliqué. Bon. C'est de là que je suis entrée en fait ou pas? Où suis-je? Oh. Mais je suis où? Je suis où? C'est de là que je viens? Pourquoi j'avais raté la lettre tout à l'heure? Une idée. Bon, en tout cas. En tout cas. On va aller dans la chambre de Washington. Elle est où? Ici? Ah non! Non! Pas du tout.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Oh, j'ai la clé? Yes, j'ai la gelée!
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh bon, c'est pas grave si j'ai pas pris.
My dear Elizabeth.
Ah, ça c'était du coup les notes. Bon, en vrai c'est bon, j'ai plus besoin. Bah, sors monsieur! Les contrôles ils ont un peu du mal là. Hein. Ça c'était la chambre d'Adams. Ah, celle de Washington est juste en plus loin. Ici. Bonsoir. Alors. Oh, il y a une animation d'un coup.
Locked.
J'ai plus assez. Ah. Où est la clé?
Locked.
Oups. Bon bah, on go fouiller, hein. Non, on peut pas sortir sur le balcon, super. Le bureau, ça j'avais déjà lu. Wait. Est-ce que c'est la bonne clé? Attends, je regarde juste.
Carmelite water. They say that if you
Eau de
drink
Mélus.
this, it gives you a real boost.
Bon, allez, on va ouvrir le...
Locked.
Allez, c'est la clé. Yes, c'est la bonne clé. C'est parti.
The president's personal reserve of laudanum, and judging
Quoi?
by the quantity, he can't go without it.
Laudanum, c'est pas le même médicament
there's
que
also
elle avait utilisé, Elisabeth? Président, je vous fais une réponse au plus vite. Nous en avons déjà parlé après votre départ, mais je constate que ça ne s'améliore pas. Je vous presse de suivre mon conseil et de stopper votre prise de laudanum instamment, pardon. Je cherche déjà un substitut, mais vous ne pouvez plus attendre, j'ai bien peur. Votre trop grande consommation risque de nuire définitivement à votre prochain mandat. Votre dépendance met en péril vos plus hautes fonctions, mon ami. Je n'y vois plus aucune solution si ce n'est d'arrêter vos prises quotidiennes. Je regrette, votre dévoué. Il prend... Alors... Washington... Accro... au... laudanum. Ok. Tom... Ah, c'est un docteur en plus qui lui a écrit. Docteur W. Thompson. Ok. Je sais pas. On sort? Il est pas là de toute façon. On me dit pas qu'il va, il va rentrer en même temps que nous. On sort? Pourquoi il y a une cinématique?
Louis?
Oh!
What are you doing
Oh
in my
fuck, il nous a capté. Je peux pas me mettre trompé de chambre, ça marche pas. Non mais je veux... Je peux faire ça?
As I walked by your room, I noticed the door was open. I wanted to check that no one had gone in.
And what is the outcome of your investigation, Inspector de Richer?
Go ahead. Laugh it off. I didn't see anyone, Mr. President.
Splendid. All is safe and sound. Well, since you're here, can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you, Mr. President.
As you wish.
Voilà.
Well, Louis, it's getting late, and this is not my first conference, so let's get straight to the point. You are here to motivate me to change sides.
I have decided not to follow Mortimer.
Absolument.
I noticed. Every man must make his own choice. What can we say? That's the political game. And you did not commit to supporting Mortimer, so there's nothing for you to feel bad about. So what can I do for you?
On est contre Washington. Oh, je sais pas, qu'est-ce qu'il a? Ah, j'ai jamais encore eu de confrontation contre lui, je sais pas contre quoi il est vulnérable ou pas. Il me faut 3 pour ça. Oh. J'aimerais bien lui dire la vérité, mais j'ai pas assez de points.
President Washington, I regret that my situation is contrary to yours, especially as I really do respect you.
Me too, Louis. Let us not mix business and emotion.
Understood. I've just come from a meeting with Sir Gregory and his supporters. They are all rallying against Mortimer's project.
That is to be expected.
Great Britain, the Kingdom of Spain and Sicily, the Kingdom of Prussia, the Holy Empire, the Kingdom of Portugal, of Bohemia, and of Hungary.
I know, Louis. I know. The coalition against France also gives me cause for concern. I'm certainly not saying that, on paper, Mortimer's plan seems very viable. Anyway, you haven't really said what you wanted to say. Tell me, Louis, what have you come here to sell me?
You should join home.
And why would I do that?
Je sais pas. Je veux pas le faire chanter. Je lui en dois pas une à aucun moment. J'aimerais utiliser ça là, mais j'ai plus rien. Je sais pas quoi dire. Faut vraiment que je le fasse chanter sur le Danum là? Au secours, je fais quoi? Par devoir envers ma mère, il va pas dire que je suis hautaine. Est-ce que je le fais chanter? J'ai plus assez. Oh là 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 là. Oh là là. Je veux dire
You
par
owe it to
rapport à
my
ma mère.
mother. She helped you in your early days. She supported you when you needed it. I'm certain she'd be against this plan.
Do you know who introduced me to Sarah all those years ago? Lord Mortimer.
Ouais, ça marche
Do you
pas.
know who advised Sarah to start up a chapter of the Golden Order with me in the United States?
Lord Mortimer?
You see my point, then? I have a lot of respect for your mother, Louis, but my allegiance is to Lord Mortimer. Tell me what Sir Gregory has to offer that I don't already have with Lord Mortimer.
Nya. Je sais pas quoi dire. Je sais pas quoi dire. J'ai peur que la paix, ça soit en mode, voilà. Oh la vache. Ça c'est non. Ça c'est non. Peut-être ça ou ça. Au secours. Au secours. Heureusement qu'il n'y a pas de temps. Plop. Il fait giga chaud là, je suis au bout de ma vie. Est-ce qu'il va pas nous prendre pour un charlatan en mode... Oh, quoi est-ce qu'on peut lui promettre aussi la Louisiane? Vous voyez, Louisiane. Je suis bloquée, les gens. Vous avez une idée? Je sais pas si c'est les colonies qui l'intéressaient. Pour la paix, je sais pas non plus si c'est quelque chose qui peut tirer sur la corde sensible en fait. sais pas quoi faire. Je sais pas quoi faire. Au secours. J'ai pas d'infos sur lui. Washington. Mais il est fatigué par la politique. Oh.
By following Sir Gregory, you'll be sure to be on the right side of the bayonets, Mr. President. Sir Gregory is encouraging all his partisans to go to war against Lord Mortimer's supporters. Do you really want to go to war again?
Certainly not. I would not allow it. Louis,
La paix.
you convinced me. I congratulate you for your performance, because I didn't think it could happen.
I merely exposed the facts to you.
Don't spoil everything with your false modesty now. You really were very good. That's that.
Franchement, c'est vraiment le truc bateau, mais ça marche. Donc,
This may well arouse Lord Mortimer's wrath, but I must put the United States before anything else. Have we finished, Louis?
Oui.
Absolutely, Mr. President.
Sorry,
I shan't
monsieur.
keep you any longer. Allow me to take my leave.
Good night, Louis.
Bonne nuit.
Get some rest. Tomorrow will be a very big day.
Well, that's one thing out of the way. Only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Je peux aller me coucher, c'est bon? Elle est où ma chambre? Elle est en bas. Est-ce que c'est par là? Est-ce que c'est par là? C'est absolument par là. Hop. Bah. Ah si si. Non, c'est pas là. Qui a dit? Ah, c'est un peu plus loin alors. Ah voilà. Putain, j'ai mis 20 minutes à réfléchir sur une question, je suis désolée, mais Oh! Mais qu'est-ce que tu fais là, toi?
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
Bah non.
That's not what I said.
Jamais.
Ah, by the way, congratulations on choosing Sir Gregory this evening. You surprised me. I wasn't expecting it.
Ah bon?
Why, Emily? Can't you read me like an open book?
Not as well as you read me, it would seem.
I'll teach you if you'd like.
There's nothing I'd like more.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has.
Ouais.
Any news of your mother?
Lui dire que l'on a revu Sarah, lui parler de Sarah. De toute façon, je peux plus mentir, j'ai plus de... Bah, on lui dit qu'on l'a vue.
I've seen her, Emily.
What? When was that?
A little earlier, just before the conference. She was hiding.
And did you manage to speak to her?
She's not the same. I don't know what's been happening to her, but she's changed. I found her in a deplorable state with one of her hands cut off.
Ouais.
I mean, she was saying crazy things, bordering on delirium.
What? Did you say one of her hands was cut off? What happened to her?
I don't know. She wouldn't say.
And did she tell you why she shot Emma?
No. Unfortunately, we were unable to broach the subject. She seemed terribly upset, Emily. There's something strange going on here. She was fearful of something or someone.
Excuse me, Louis, but until we see proof of the contrary, she's the one who is sowing death everywhere she goes. We are the ones who ought to be fearful.
I know.
No, I apologize for that remark. Who do you think she's hiding from? Mortimer?
Probablement.
I don't know. Maybe.
Louis, I don't want to pile it on, but I would understand her feelings there. You ought to be wary of Mortimer. He's a manipulator, a liar, a coward who doesn't assume his responsibilities at all.
Alléluia.
What exactly happened between you two, Emily? You're so radically against him.
Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Alors le bisou il est trop drôle parce que ils ont la bouche là.
Come, Louis.
Oh. Where do you want me to come? Ah, il a de nouveau des visions.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted.
Why isn't he with us? He was opposed to Mortimer.
I'll wait and see. I'm still not sure of his position.
And
Mais il m'a dit
Hillsborough.
je te fais
Why
confiance.
isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure.
Comment ça la
Want to have a
remplacer?
little more faith in her.
What are we going to do about Washington?
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time.
Mais non, on a réussi à peu près.
It won't be easy to bring him around. I have asked Monsieur de Richet to approach him. Let us have faith in him. I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
Yet he is Mortimer's strong arm in France.
He knows his time has come, and I believe he is intelligent enough to realize it means he is no longer any use to Mortimer. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Oh là là. Mais il pisse tout le temps du sang. Il a toujours le nez qui saigne. Oh la vache. Et là d'un coup, ici tout propre et il n'y a pas une seule tache de sang sur les draps.
Emily?
Il croyait
Emily?
vraiment qu'Emily
Are you there?
allait être là. Oh.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Let's go.
Tell them I'm coming.
Partie du vote.
Thank you.
Les colloques.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
Attends, mais j'ai regagné aucune de mes énergies là? Mais c'est une blague? Non! Mais il a dormi et tout, pourquoi j'ai pas d'énergie?
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure
Comme il
you,
le
I am
provoque.
convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Luc Manuel?
Against, of course.
Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's
Bah, c'était
project,
sûr qu'il allait être
despite
pour.
Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington. What is your position?
Well, you see, Monsieur Bonaparte, I would rather you'd have forgotten me for a minute. William, I am sorry, but I cannot follow you this time.
George? What?
I am against William. Please excuse me. I cannot commit the United States to such an enterprise. It's just too risky.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Il a raison.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques?
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Non.
Wait.
T'es malade ou quoi?
De Richet, you just can't help it, can you?
Non, pour ta fille. Oh là là. Ah oui.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many
Mais
horrible
non.
things.
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
Mais non.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever
oui.
it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Yes, I do.
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Oh. Holm, ça sert à rien de le dire. Si je dis sa fille, il va péter un câble. Je sais pas quoi faire. Oh, je sais pas quoi faire. Je sais pas quoi dire. Oh. J'ai envie de lui dire que ça va s'arranger, mais j'ai plus assez de points. Parce que je sais pas pourquoi il dort pas pendant la nuit. Oups. Je vais pas changer des bouquins là pour me mettre plus de points dans la conviction. Je peux pas, je sais pas quoi faire. Parce que lui, je crois qu'il s'en fout en plus de la logique, non? Journal. Ah non, c'est interrogatoire. Oh, je lui dis ça ou pas?
Look, you've done as much as you can. You have nothing to fear. Your daughter is safe.
Shut up!
Je savais. Non. Oh. Mais pourquoi est-ce que quand il dort, il récupère pas son énergie, bordel? C'est un truc de ouf. Oh, ça me saoule. Oh. Sur la fin, moi je l'aimais bien, Pérou, c'était pour sa fille et tout. Bon, on va mettre des points en conviction du coup, vu que ça nous manque là. Oh, flipping hell. Je suis trop dégoûtée de moi. Vas-y, on va mettre là-dedans. Et comme ça, prochain tour, on pourra en avoir un de plus en politique. Oh non, je suis trop triste. Et là, je gagne seulement 4 points d'énergie. C'est quoi ça?
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind.
Mais non, il
It's
était
obvious.
désespéré.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us praise Louis's gesture anyway. You did what you could.
Yes, it was very noble of you, Louis.
It wasn't your fault.
There was
Ouais,
nothing
bah
else you
super,
could
je l'ai
have
pas
done.
sauvé quoi.
I think everyone needs a little rest.
Oh,
Can
j'en
we
ai
stay a
flamme,
moment?
c'est...
Of course.
Je mets quoi? Je mets de l'étiquette. Ah, je peux encore en équiper un, trop bien. What about... Hein? C'est moi qui ai tué son piaf.
Louis,
J'ai vraiment
I
besoin
want
de
to
gelée
talk to you a
royale.
moment about what has happened. All this is tragic, but I wanted to thank you for doing what you could.
I wasn't able to save him.
You couldn't, Louis. You mustn't blame yourself. It is not your fault.
I know this has nothing to do with me, my lord, but don't you think you're partly to blame? It won't escape your attention that he incriminated you before he took his own life.
I heard what he said, yes. Monsieur Peru appeared to blame me for his condition. I certainly encouraged him to succeed, but I wasn't aware he couldn't handle the pressures of the situation. Of course, his duties in Paris were very difficult. The choices he had to make were burdensome. But that was the path he had chosen. Should I not have helped him to succeed, perhaps? You heard him yourself. His duties as judge got the better of him.
Did you push him into it?
I wouldn't say push, but I did encourage him.
C'est une blague.
I thought it was my duty to help him as much as I could.
Ça a pas très bien
Become the
marché.
court judge he dreamed of being. I thought he was capable of it. It appears I was mistaken, unfortunately. What a pity he didn't come and speak to me.
Bah
What
tu
a
m'étonnes qu'on
waste.
veuille pas venir t'en
What are your
parler.
plans
hein.
now?
What do you mean?
For the conference. After the disappearances of both Elizabeth Adams and my mother, and now the death of Mr. Peru, I should imagine that your guests
Peru?
are all packing their bags.
This might come as a bit of a shock to you, perhaps because it was so difficult to bring all these figures together. But I am convinced that none of them is preparing to leave.
Are you serious?
They are all very experienced politicians, and though they are, of course, affected by the situation, they know full well that such an opportunity will not come again for a long, long time, if ever. They each represent their nation, and know full well that what is at stake here is far greater than the death of poor Monsieur Peru. You'll see. I am confident that they will all
Non
be
mais
ready to
écoutez-le
resume the
parler
conference.
quoi.
If you say so.
Allow me to take my leave, please.
Of course. You ought to get some rest.
Vous savez à quoi ça me fait penser?
Oh, Louis. One more thing,
What?
please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
Non, ça ira. Je réfléchirai.
And you never know, right? Maybe by then, I'll see things differently.
Well, thank you for allowing me to believe in that possibility, Louis. From here on, I shall make it my mission to persuade you to change your vote.
Be my guest.
Be my guest.
I hope your arguments are very, very persuasive, because I'm not the only one who isn't on your side.
Oh, rest assured, I am working on it.
Very well.
Rest assured.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Bye. Les amis, avant de continuer, on va juste faire une petite pause. Je vais rapidement aller aux toilettes et j'arrive de suite. À tout de suite. Ok, Ok. Hop.
Monsieur Johann van Woonler.
On peut y aller.
Congratulations, Monsieur de Richet. You made the right decision at the conference.
Wesh, il nous attendait ou quoi?
What can I do for you?
Do you have any news regarding your search for the Al-Azif?
Good. You are straight to the point this time. I appreciate that. I shall allow myself to reply only because we are now on the same side. But keep it to yourself. My search is over.
Ils l'ont?
We have it.
Comment ça?
Congratulations. You were quicker than me.
Oh, don't blame yourself. You had no chance of getting the better of Sir Gregory.
Ah, c'est
Well,
Sir Gregory?
at least I tried. So, tell me, where did you find it?
Would you believe that your mother gave it to Emily's twin sister before we arrived on the island? Apparently, she asked her to hide it, and once she had done so, your mother intended to kill her. But Emma, Emily's sister, survived. So Gregory realized this and hid her in his apartment to tend to her, without anyone knowing. When she came around, Emma rallied to Sir Gregory and told him where the Al-Azif was. And that was it. That's one good thing. Done and dusted.
But...
Is anything wrong?
Oh, well, if I were you, Louis, I would be careful. Emma is still alive. And when your mother turns up, I wouldn't be surprised if she considers she has a score to settle with her.
You're right. It's quite probable.
I think that Sir Gregory will do all he can to calm the situation down, but there's no guaranteeing that she won't find a way of taking her revenge on your mother. However, keep it to yourself. We never spoke to each other.
Motus et bouche cousue.
Oh, don't mention it, Louis. It's natural. We are playing on the same side now. You can always count on me.
On that note, I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Mon allié, vous croyez, ou il se fout de notre gueule?
Come back whenever you want.
I'll see you later.
Whenever you want. Il est trop chou l'accent allemand quand il parle. On va continuer à faire notre petite ronde. Oh, j'aimerais... Oh. Bonjour.
Your Eminence. Ah, Louis. You were admirable. You didn't manage to save Peru, but whatever you do, don't blame yourself. You did your best.
Ouais, mais c'était pas assez.
It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
Il est pas très ému.
You don't seem too affected by it, though.
Louis, I do not appreciate.
Merde, je croyais qu'on parlait de Mortimer.
To the indiscretions of youth. I am here in the interests of the
je
Holy
croyais qu'on
See.
parlait de Mortimer, pas de lui.
I am above all a Christian, and it hurts me to see lost souls take a wrong turn.
Of course. But even with such a setback, I'd still be wary of Mortimer. I sense he has still a few surprises in store for us.
Oh, I fully agree with you. I've been told about Washington. Congratulations, Louis. I must admit, though, when I first saw you, I would never have put money on you succeeding. Well, I was wrong.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
On that note, I shall leave you, Louis. I see you later.
Pound.
Un livre. C'est parce qu'on est en face de la chambre d'Elisabeth.
President George Washington.
Et où ma chambre? Elle est tout haut. C'est pas celle-ci. C'est celle d'après, normalement. Ouais.
That's me.
That's me. Coucou. It's me.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Laissez-moi me reposer, s'il vous plaît.
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Ah, c'est Washington. Hello.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry.
What?
Louis, this does not bode well.
What?
Shit.
Elles vont se taper dessus.
I want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
C'est où déjà? C'est là-bas. C'est quel sens? Là-bas.
Duke
Non,
Manuel
c'est pas
Godoy.
ici.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Elle s'engueule?
I can't understand what she's saying.
Le balcon? Bonaparte. Est-ce qu'on peut rentrer par la porte de Bonaparte?
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Quoique, il y a... Pérou, il est mort, je peux...
I am sorry, sir, but you are unable to access Monsieur Peru's room while we gather his personal effects.
Ah bon, on peut pas?
Monsieur Jacques Peru.
Bon, ben...
To get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Mais vas-y, je passe comment, là? Y a pas une autre... Y a que cette pièce?
Damn it. It's closed. Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side. That means I won't be able to pick it. Or... could do as I did the last time in the tower room.
Oui.
I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall. It's not a very complex lock. I'm sure I can force it if I can just find something to smash it with. Slowly, Louis. Nice and slow.
Ah, je peux projeter? Finger in the nose.
My dear Napoleon.
Tu sais, j'ai rien à prendre avant. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas de la gelée? Non. Finesse. Attends, elle est où la chambre du coup? Je suis devant là? Celle-ci? Ou je suis chez Pérou?
Oh! It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in
A
all
letter
this.
from William
What are
the
you on
Younger,
about now?
addressed to
I
Emily.
should never have told you what happened to me.
Prime Minister
That's
of the
what
United
works,
Kingdom.
and you know it full
He
well.
has indeed
I'm
some
not that
powerful
naive.
backers.
I know you inside
Madam.
out. Stop. We'll end up
A
losing
devil's
everything
thorn,
if you keep
to be
on.
used to uncover the best disguised traits. 2 coils circle the lock.
Oh, s'il vous plaît, faites qu'il y ait... Je crois que c'en est pas. Je crois que c'est pas de la gelée.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information.
Cher Grégory, merci pour ces renseignements. J'ai pu glaner quelques informations sur les noms que vous m'avez donnés. George Washington est une personne de confiance. Malgré ses talents évidents en politique, il a su rester droit et intègre. Par contre, comme vous devez le savoir, il est déjà en affaire avec Lord Mortimer. Il sera donc plus difficile à approcher. Napoléon Bonaparte m'était inconnu jusqu'à ce jour. Il s'agirait d'un jeune militaire français. Attention, c'est un homme de conviction, ce qui le rend potentiellement dangereux à mes yeux. Quant à Sarah de Richer, quoi dire de plus, vous vous connaissez déjà. Il semblerait qu'elle ait été invitée par Lord Mortimer à propos d'une affaire en cours à Paris, à propos d'un receleur d'art. À très bientôt, Duchesse Emily Hillsborough.
She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
What?
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk after everything I've done for you.
What?
You are joking, I hope, right?
What?
I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone.
What the
Cease
fuck?
your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to...
Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me.
Oh la la.
I asked for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for?
Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
that's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis.
Rational and
Let's
open.
see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival... Who was with us on the wharf?
Cardinal Piaggi, who couldn't stop talking. Louis, I already told her about our arrival.
Ah oui, c'est
I
vrai.
know, because I was there. The Cardinal went up. You felt poorly, Louis, and I offered you my handkerchief. I was there.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Je continue avec la jumelle derrière en fait parce que je sens que si je change, je vais être confuse.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
You must be mistaken. After going up to bed, I went straight to sleep. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
J'ai l'impression que Emily, la vraie Emily, c'est celle qui est en face de nous. Et Emma, c'est celle qui est derrière
Come
nous.
on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Elle est trop agressive, celle derrière nous, pour que ce soit Emily, j'ai l'impression.
In the secret room behind the study.
Oui!
Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
In the portrait gallery, we found ourselves in a singular situation. What happened to us?
We both went around the manor all night like sleepwalkers, searching. And that's how we found ourselves in Mortimer's private gallery, behind the chimney. That doesn't prove a thing. I told you all that. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her. About you and I.
You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
Let's talk about you and me.
Last night, you came to me in my room. What exactly did we talk about?
We spoke briefly about your choices during the conference, Louis. What do you mean? Yes, Emma. It just so happens I didn't tell you everything. I never told you about this part. I hate you!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Bah du coup c'est elle. Bah du coup c'est elle, Emma. Et Émilie elle est derrière nous. Non. Elle, en fait vu sa réaction. Non mais franchement je crois que c'est elle. C'est Emma. Et ça c'est Émilie.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis. She is manipulating you.
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut. Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now.
Mais je crois qu'elle était morte, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I am Duchess Hills. No.
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But
you don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away! You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Oh
Emily.
my god!
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please.
Oh.
Go. I'll cover you.
Oh. Salut. Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs que je peux voir? Non, je peux rien avoir. Bon bah on va repasser par la chambre de Napoléon. Je sais plus c'est laquelle. Bah c'est celle-ci. Ouf.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Ouais.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room. She isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about.
Coucou
Thank you.
Lisa. Ouais, pas de soucis, bon lurk. Ça va, franchement, je suis un peu choquée parce que on a un personnage qu'on n'a pas réussi à sauver. Et bah là, je sais pas qui j'ai sauvé. Je sais. En fait, en gros, on a une confrontation avec les deux jumelles. Alors, il s'avère que les deux jumelles, l'une des deux jumelles n'était pas morte, sauf que maintenant elle l'est. Je sais pas si c'est à la scène, mais je spoil pas plus si tu l'as pas vu, comme ça tu peux le voir par toi-même quand tu testeras le jeu ou quoi. Je dois aller où moi? La crypte du jardin, c'est en bas, non? Faut aller où déjà? C'est par là le jardin? Je sais plus. Je crois que c'est par l'autre côté, mais je sais pas si je peux passer par la salle de colloque de réunion. Ouais, vraiment F, genre je... Y a que des plot twists. Hop. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc là-dedans?
No space
Ah,
left.
voilà.
I'll retrieve it later.
Ah, je vais en utiliser comme ça. Est-ce que je peux passer par là? Yes. Ça sera plus court pour passer par le jardin après. C'est pas où déjà le jardin? Ah ben non, pas du tout. Je crois que c'était par là qu'on allait dans le jardin, mais pas du tout. Où est-ce qu'on est? Petit salon, parvis. On peut pas changer les étages. Ah si, voilà. Ça, en montant, du coup, c'est en haut. Et si on monte encore, c'est le bureau. Nous, on est là. Ah, c'est par là, ok. Oh, bah, j'avais raison, alors fallait bien passer par le... Je pensais qu'on pouvait passer par là, je sais pas pourquoi, dans ma tête c'était par là, mais pas du tout. On va aller dans la salle avec les papillons, on va traverser et aller dans le jardin. Oh, il y a un truc qui brille. Nice. Il y a une autre pièce de collection. Oh. Hop. J'ai mon truc qui sonne. Oh, zut. Elle est trop magnifique cette salle. Par contre, je suis surprise qu'il y ait autant de papillons qui traînent. Là, il n'y a que les tableaux. C'est une fenêtre. Au secours. J'ai pas des trucs à ouvrir ici par hasard. J'aimerais bien de la gelée royale. Non, tant pis. Attendez. Nous... Oh! Ah non, je suis allée... Hein? Ah, c'est pas par là qu'il faut passer? Oh, mais j'ai raté quoi comme endroit? C'est... Est-ce que c'est ça, là? Le parvis?
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for...
Ah non, ça c'est le quai! Oh non, je suis bête, je me suis trompée. Wait, c'est par où alors le jardin? Ça c'est la bibliothèque, galerie des portraits, et là on a escalier de service. Mais comment est-ce qu'on va déjà dans le jardin? J'ai oublié. Ça c'est le bureau de Mortimer. Donc là c'est là où on est. C'est certainement pas par là alors. Salle des colloques. Escalier de service. Est-ce que c'est par là? Et ici on sort dans le jardin. Ouais, bingo, ok. Du coup, je suis désolée. On y retourne. Hop. Voilà. En plus la musique elle est trop en mode... Non, ça c'était déjà fait. On va aller dans la bibliothèque et après dans l'autre salle encore avec tous les portraits. Vite, vite, vite. Retrouver notre maman là-bas. Ok, et ici... Ah, c'était là, c'est en face de la grande sphère. Ok. Là, Il faut aller où? Dans ça là? Attendez, mais les contrôles ils sont catastrophiques là. Je tourne dans tous les sens. Ici, ici, ici. Hop. Maman. Maman.
Louis, at last there you are.
Oui.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going
Dis-nous, maman,
on
qu'est-ce qui
here.
se passe?
I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you.
Bah oui.
Now I found you. I'm ready, Mother.
Oui.
If only. Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational.
Oui.
I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying.
Crying out loud.
Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Olme Mortimer? Croque-Mitaine et le Père Noël.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Oui, peut-être. Ah, ok. Son bureau secret, le fait que personne ne les connaît, se colloque, c'est tout, je crois. Les actes de propriété. Tout ce qui était les tableaux, vous savez, qu'on avait trouvé, qui datent de je sais pas quelle année.
Well, those property deeds across the world.
Ah oui, c'était ça.
All signed by the same hand.
Et depuis des siècles.
Several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up.
Ouais.
At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
C'est comme ça qu'elle a perdu sa main. Ah, c'est pas tout. Le bureau secret?
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Oui.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
J'avoue. Le fait que personne
I must
ne connaisse.
admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Il est chaud. Colloque?
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
J'avoue.
And without any security or personnel.
J'avoue, c'est trop bizarre.
Louis, I am proud of
Merci,
you.
maman.
You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
Oh,
You taught me
surpassé?
everything
Oh,
I know.
je dirais pas. Oh,
Right.
je
How
dirais
did it
pas,
all
non?
begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the
Ouais.
Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
Coucou Gaëtan.
But the writing was in
Pas
a
de soucis,
language
merci
I
d'être
had
passé,
never
c'est trop
seen
sympa.
before.
Bonne soirée.
Developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
Okay.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis.
Ah,
I found him. Or
Mortimer?
rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic. He was flamboyant.
Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Aha.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
What? Merde, elle a cédé. Non, elle a dû refuser.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis.
Bah oui.
You don't make deals with the devil.
Non.
After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons.
Oui.
Wait. The baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here.
C'est vrai, on sait ça.
Once we found the Alazif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute.
Oui,
One last thing.
Ça
What
là.
did you negotiate about the Alazif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Ok.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Vrai.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Ok. C'est pas elle du coup qui a tué. Vous voyez? Je vous ai dit ou pas? Je vous ai dit ou pas là? En fait, en gros, je fais une petite aparté, mais parce que j'adore avoir raison, ok? En gros, ce qui s'était passé, c'est que Elisabeth est décédée. On sait pas dans quelles circonstances. Et en fait, il s'avère qu'il y avait plein de trucs qui pointaient vers notre mère, que c'était elle la fautive. Sauf que moi, j'étais en mode, c'est trop obvious qu'il y a des gens qui veulent accuser notre mère. Genre, il y a des bouts de tissu qui sont là et tout, alors que je me dis que notre mère, normalement, enfin, si elle veut faire un truc comme ça, elle serait un minimum minutieuse. Et du coup, j'étais en mode, il y a quelque chose qui va pas. Et si la mère dit justement que c'est pas elle et qu'elle sait pas qui l'a tuée, bah bon, ça confirme pas que la mère dise la vérité. Mais pour moi, elle dit la vérité. Du coup, ça veut dire que quelqu'un d'autre s'est occupé de tuer Elisabeth. Que s'est-il passé avec Emma?
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Oh. Ok.
All right, but you're not getting away with it so lightly. Once we get back to Paris, be sure I won't be letting it go.
Yes. We'll see in Paris then.
Pourquoi les canons pour Bonaparte?
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Nous parlons d'une guerre
When
là.
does the order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen.
Hello.
Once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
D'accord. Et pourquoi avoir caché les affaires sur le quai?
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Oupsie!
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you.
C'est
He
notre
was
pote.
determined to give you a
Oh,
letter.
j'aurais pas dû les
More
prendre.
of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries.
Ok.
We can sort that out later.
Et ta main.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Quoi?
Good. I think that's about right.
Comment ça,
we
elle
shall
va nous
speak about
montrer?
it once we get back to France.
Great actions for
Non, je veux pas
humanity
qu'elle me
have been
montre, ça
decided
ira.
by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Oh, les bruits quand il marche dans la boue, là.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Oh.
There. That's why we are here.
Est-ce que c'est là qu'elle a perdu sa main, par hasard? Oh, j'ai des frissons. Mère et fils, ensemble contre le monde. Ah, elle s'est fait couper la main. Ok. Pas mal. Pas mal. On a 4 points disponibles. Alors, j'avais dit que j'allais mettre en politique. J'ai 3 points. Soit j'en mets 2 en érudition, soit j'en mets 3 en sciences. Sinon, il y a aussi dans les étiquettes. Ah, quoique j'aurais pas assez pour terminer le rond. Mais sinon, en linguistique aussi. Niveau 1. J'ai 3 points disponibles. Je sais pas en fait si c'est une bonne idée de mettre des points partout en fait. Est-ce que je devrais pas justement focus maintenant et commencer à mettre dans des trucs Parce que à être bon partout, t'es excellent nulle part en fait. Ça pour sûr, j'en ai pas forcément besoin. Je m'en suis pas servi tant que ça pour le moment. Je sais pas. Est-ce que j'en mettrais pas dans la psychologie ou un truc comme ça? Interrogatoire, vigilance, politique, conviction. Je vais peut-être continuer à en mettre dans l'interrogatoire. Ou dans psychologie. Ah, je sais jamais quoi faire. Subterfuge, ça me sert pas forcément. Analyser efficacement le comportement et l'apparence de vos interlocuteurs. Allez, on va tout mettre dedans. C'est l'idée. Je sais pas si je peux...
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
What?
Why, of course.
J'ai pas envie de perdre ma main, moi.
What's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys.
Ouais.
I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Trop d'informations.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
trouver la croix. Ok. Ensuite, on a des clous.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Attends, j'ai pas écouté. Il y a quoi dans...
Some nails?
Don't ask
3
me.
clous?
I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Ok. Et... Alors, je vais l'écrire. Exégèse de Judas.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes,
C'est dans la
absolutely.
cheminée?
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking.
Ooh.
It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
En effet. Autre?
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go
Dans la
and see.
tour, hein. Bible... de... Mais comment on va faire pour y retourner? Gutenberg. Parce que... dans la tour. On y était, on avait eu accès parce qu'on menait une enquête contre la mère de... Enfin, contre notre mère, du coup, mais je sais pas si on a le droit d'y retourner, parce que à l'époque, c'était Mortimer qui nous avait donné l'accès. Sphère. Armière.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
Petit.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one.
Oh
And you
merde!
can see the result.
Oh merde! Attends,
There's
ça se
one in
trouve
the
où?
portrait gallery.
Yes,
Galerie
but
des
it's
portraits.
enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one,
Cherchez un
and I lost
petit.
my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Les dates.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Ah. Derrière le message. Ok.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer
C'est
or
vrai.
Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Ouais.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies.
Elle a raison. Hein.
Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island.
Oh.
Do you find You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
Ok. J'ai plus beaucoup de bouquins qui me restent en fait. Faut que j'en trouve. Faut que je trouve des bouquins à prendre. Non mais s'il vous plaît, mais regardez la liste de trucs que je dois avoir. Ah. Les amis, je pense que je vais m'arrêter ici pour aujourd'hui. Je vais pas terminer le chapitre parce que je suis morte de fatigue. On va s'arrêter là. Franchement, j'ai plus le cerveau de continuer plus longtemps là. Ça fait... Il est 22h, on a commencé à 19h30 à peu près. Ouais. Ah, je sais pas si j'ai envie de continuer encore. Ça fait un petit temps là déjà. Non, en vrai, je vais m'arrêter là. Je pense que je vais m'arrêter là. C'est très bien comme ça. En plus, je crois que je vais passer énormément de temps à chercher chacun des éléments. Donc, je vous propose d'arrêter ici.